In 2015, a research team of entomologists at a forensic science facility in southeastern Texas published findings that surprised the field. These types of facilities are called body farms, where donated human cadavers are studied as they decompose in natural conditions. The entomologists placed fresh cadavers in outdoor enclosures and watched, hour by hour, which insects arrived to feed. Forensic entomology, the use of insect colonization and succession on a corpse to estimate time of death, has been built around blowflies. Blowflies are the great early colonizers of cadavers. A homicide investigator finding a body looks for blowfly eggs in the natural orifices and uses their developmental stage to calculate the time of death. One of the 4 case studies revealed that the first insects to arrive within 20 minutes of a freshly placed cadaver were scorpionflies, specifically Panorpa nuptialis. These scorpionflies began feeding on cadaver fluids immediately. During the initial 24 hours, scorpionflies outnumbered all other insects, including blowflies. In another test at the same facility, a dozen dead cats were used as experimental subjects, with similar results. Scorpionflies dominate the initial wave of body scavengers. So how was the scorpionfly cadaver feast missed for so many years? Probably because forensic entomology developed in places where scorpionflies are not abundant, and because nobody had stationed cameras at fresh bodies in Texas in October before. Biological literature is built where the researchers are. This scorpionfly finding mattered for 2 reasons. The first is practical. If you are a forensic entomologist and you find scorpionflies on a body, you now know that the body may have been there for only a few minutes. The second reason is the literature has long noted that Panorpa species supplement their insect diet with carrion, but nobody had documented vertebrate carrion as the primary resource for this genus. Panorpa is a genus of the common scorpionfly. The genus has grown to encompass 260 species, distributed mostly across the temperate northern hemisphere. Strangely, they do not occur at all in western North America, or at least as far as we know. Despite its name, scorpionflies do not use their tail to sting. It's used to mate. The bulbous upturned structure at the rear of the male is the genital capsule. It contains the claspers, with which the male grips a female during mating. It is a sexual organ, not a defensive one. Females have no such structure. Their abdomens taper to a simple, unornamented tip. If you see a scorpionfly without the dramatic upturned bulb, you are looking at a female. Their mouth parts deserve special attention. The long, downward pointing structure is called a rostrum. It is not a tube for sucking. The rostrum is a projection of the head, with the chewing mandibles at the very tip. This arrangement allows the scorpionfly to reach into crevices, between leaves, into spiderwebs, onto a corpse, and bite small pieces of soft tissue. Scorpionflies like Panorpa are often called predators, but that is not quite right. Panorpa is a scavenger with predatory tendencies. Panorpa typically eat dead, soft-bodied insects, supplemented with vertebrate carrion, slugs, bird droppings, pollen, nectar, and other soft things. A scorpionfly will eat almost anything organic so long as it can chew it. Food is a highly limited resource for scorpionflies, and there is severe competition for dead arthropods. They cannot fly fast enough to catch highly mobile prey, they cannot overpower healthy insects. So they have evolved a different solution. They steal from spiders. In 1975, the behavioral ecologist Randy Thornhill published a short paper in the journal Nature that has become one of the foundational documents of scorpionfly biology. Thornhill reported the kleptoparasitism of prey of web-building spiders by scorpionflies. Panorpa scorpionflies can walk along the spider web's silk threads, often while the spider is still nearby and begins to feed. How does it not get caught? It produces a special oil from its mouth that allows it to walk on the silk without sticking. It moves slowly, with a posture that minimizes vibration, and if the spider charges, the scorpionfly leaps backward off the web. Scorpionflies have been observed stealing prey in spite of two spiders trying to defend the web at the same time. Adult Panorpa are the most common in the fall. The males and females meet, perform a very complicated mating ritual, and the females then move down to the leaf litter to lay their eggs. The eggs are deposited in the soil. The eggs hatch, and the caterpillar-like larvae live on the soil's surface. They move through the leaf litter and the upper centimeter of the soil. They eat the dead and dying things that they find there, small fragments of other arthropods, carrion, soft tissue from anything that they encounter. A single generation per year is the rule. Winter is spent in the last larval stage, and pupation occurs in cells in the soil before the adult emerges. If you are a male Panorpa, your problem is this. Females in your population have access to food directly. They scavenge and steal just like you do. They do not need you for anything except your sperm. Why then should females mate with you instead of another male? The answer is bribery. The males of Panorpa offer the females food during sex. This is called the nuptial gift, and is where Panorpa nuptialis gets its name. The genus Panorpa uses 3 different mating strategies. A male can offer a female a food gift on which she feeds during mating. A male can produce a gift of his own salivary secretions deposited on a leaf on which the female feeds, or in some species, the male simply seizes a female with his abdominal clamp and mates without offering anything at all. The 3 strategies are not equal. Females, given the choice, prefer males who offer large arthropod gifts. A male presenting a fly will hold a female's attention for the full duration of copulation. A male presenting only a salivary mass will, on average, get a shorter mating, and a male attempting to force copulation will, in many cases, fail entirely. The male, having either captured an insect or produced a salivary mass, finds a suitable perch and releases a pheromone, sometimes attracting not only females, but also rival males. He vibrates his wings. In some species, he stridulates by rubbing his abdomen against his wing bases, and if a female approaches, she will inspect the gift. If she rejects it, she leaves. If she accepts it, she lowers her head over the food, and as she begins to feed, the male maneuvers his abdomen and engages her with his claspers. The claspers, that scorpion stinger, is exactly fitted to the female's genitalia. It locks. The pair remains coupled while she eats. When the food is gone, copulation ends. The female flies away. Complex behaviors in Panorpa include their courtship displays, presentation of gifts, forced copulation, male rivalries, kleptoparasitism of spiders, and of course, transvestitism. Yes, transvestitism. A male unable to produce a gift may impersonate a female, adopting female posture and behaviors in order to approach a gift-holding rival male, snatch his food, and then use it himself to attract a different female. The scorpionflies are relatively uncommon now, but this sort of life plan used to be very successful. The earliest fossil records of mecoptera are from the Permian. Long-faced scorpionflies have a long evolutionary history of interacting with plants. Some of these ancient forms, with their elongated mouthparts, are now thought to have been among the first insect pollinators, working the conifer forests of the Mesozoic before flowering plants even existed. Scorpionflies are among the oldest insects that developed metamorphosis. They flourished in the Mesozoic, but most of their lineages have undergone a degree of extinction unparalleled among the modern metamorphosizing insects. Of the 9 families of scorpionflies that survive today, most are small, geographically restricted, and clinging on in particular habitats. Only the panorpids and a few cousins remain reasonably species-rich.